Everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I'm really excited to talk about this topic tonight, talking about why women lose weight differently than men. This is something that women struggle with a lot when you're trying to do something to improve your health. Now, I know a lot of the time I will talk about weight loss. I will talk about, losing fat, burning fat, all those things. I really like to reference it in terms of getting your body functioning better, being healthier, and getting to the healthiest state of you where you feel good. You have the most energy. And for a lot of women that have hormonal issues, they feel like they're just getting back to themselves. When you have hormonal issues, one of the most frustrating things is that you feel like you get trapped in a body that's not yours. And it's not responding how your body normally responds. It's not responding how you feel it should react to things. So when we talk about losing weight, that's the one thing I want you to keep in mind. It's not just about, oh, I look great in a bikini or something. Okay, right? That's only going to get you so far. So when we look at women losing weight differently than men, a lot of women don't know this. A lot of women think that their weight loss journey with their, for example, you go on a diet with your husband, you're like, we're going to get healthy, babe. We're going to totally do this. This is going to be amazing. Spot, no. Hey, none of that is for you. Go find your toy. Not that toy. When women really try and lose weight and they're like, okay, I'm going to go on a diet with my husband. Here we go. You both jump in and he's like sort of following it. And you're following it 100%. 30 days in, he's dropped like 8 pounds and you've gained 1. And you're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. What the crap is this? Because I've been doing it. He hasn't even been doing it. How is this fair? It's not fair, right? Let's just get that straight. It is not fair at all. But realize you're not doing anything wrong necessarily. It's just that your system, your body is going to release excess weight differently than your male partner. And it's all because of how our bodies are designed and what the main function is for the female body. The female body actually is designed to store fat easily. We get too much stress, store fat. Hormones get out of control, we store fat. It's so easy for fat to be triggered. In fact, there's different parts of our cycle where we get to fat burning easier than others. There's different parts of our hormonal cycle that our body can burn fat easier or not, right? Yes, right. Yep, he loses his stomach and she gains a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. So there's different parts of the female hormonal cycle that work better for women to really burn more fat versus, gaining more, right? And these are the things that women don't understand, that our body is dynamically different throughout the month. So of course our weight loss journey is going to be different. What women notice first when we're looking at actually losing weight and actually having it be productive, permanent weight loss, what happens first for women is that you're going to notice an increase in energy, right? This is first. Increase in energy, and you feel better, you get better sleep, all that stuff. Second, you're going to notice a decrease in your inches. Pants fit better. Things get looser. Stuff like that. The third thing that typically happens then is a decrease on the scale. Now, what women are constantly looking at is the scale. We're always looking at that metric. We're always looking at, oh my gosh, I gotta slim down, and the only thing that's telling me that I'm slimming down is the scale. No, no. This is actually one of the last places this is gonna show for you. So sometimes women, you'll actually be doing something that's good for your system, good for your body, in alignment with where your body's at, and you're just not giving it enough time because what you're looking at for a metric isn't there yet. And it's not going to be, right? For some women with hormonal issues, the women that I work with in my 12-week program, it can take them weeks, sometimes 8 weeks, sometimes longer to notice a change on the scale. I've had women, no joke, they have changed in inches a ton. I had a gal who lost almost 6 inches on her body, 0 pounds difference Now she was frustrated, was like, this doesn't make any sense. What the heck? And I'm like, I know. I know. The scale is not going to change, and that's okay, because so many other dynamic things are shifting and changing in your body, and just not the scale. That comes later. So when we're really looking at weight loss, weight gain, everything else, different phases of your cycle, it's easier to do. To be totally honest, right here, this phase of your cycle in the estrogen phase, so day 1 is the first day of your period. The day that it starts, day 14 is about when you ovulate, day 28 is about when that ends. You can have a longer or shorter cycle. I'll do some more cycle education in the next week or so stay tuned for that. But when we're looking at estrogen here is going to be the phase where you're going to be able to build muscle easier. Your body's going to recover better. You're going to have more energy. You are going to be able to burn more. Your body burns carbs like that. Woo! Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Everybody loves it. And then you ovulate and you're like, what is this? What's happening? What's happening to me? Why is this different? I don't feel good. I don't like it. Yeah, because now your body's higher in progesterone. Progesterone's not designed to build lean muscle. Progesterone is designed to slow things down. Progesterone is going to hold on to stuff, right? That's what progesterone's doing. Its entire function is just different. That's progesterone. So in terms of leaning up, having more energy, really focusing on getting to the next level with weight loss, with training, with all this other stuff, it happens during a certain phase of your cycle. And then the other phase of your cycle, your body's like, nope, not into it. I'm not into it, right? And that's not to say that you can't work out or shouldn't work out or any of those other things. Your workouts should just be different, right? Your nutrition also needs to be different here because your body is different. So without acknowledging that difference, you're really missing out on the huge benefit that you can get from different hormonal phase here. It's just that women think, oh my gosh, if I'm trying to lose a pound a week, right? I want to lose, like, this is what we're thinking. I want to lose 10 pounds. And if I can lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, then if I do say 2 pounds a week in 5 weeks, I'll be down 10 pounds, right? And you're thinking, I can totally do that. I will exercise every day. I will eat super clean for 5 weeks. I can do this. I can make it happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying that you can't make that happen. It's just that the 2 pounds a week, right? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to have that expectation of your body to be the same all the time because you're not the same throughout the month. You're not the same every week. You have a different body each week of the month. Men have the same body. That's why they can go on that, oh, I'm losing 2 pounds a week all the time. This is great. La, la, la. Of course. Good for you. Yeah, because it's just not different for them. So when you get stuck and frustrated, when you think like, what the crap am I doing? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just expecting your body to be like this when you're over here. It's different. And again, there's different things that you can do to get into a fat burn here. It's just a different tactic, different nutrition, right? You have to do it slower. More intensity is not better here. It's not going to enhance what you're trying to do, which is the biggest mistake women make. They're thinking, oh, if I push myself harder here and I feel good and I'm noticing results, yay, that means I push myself harder here. Nope, that's going to backfire on you big time. So women lose weight differently than men. We lose it in a different order. We lose it in a different pattern. And overall, in terms of losing that 10 pounds, 2 pounds a week, unrealistic for our bodies. You could do that here, but that's not really going to happen here. Maybe it's a half a pound here. Maybe you gain a pound here. I would gain a pound? That would mean that I'm not losing weight. No, that's actually not what it means, because your body changes so much here. Your blood volume changes. Your uterus is twice the size here versus here. That's an important distinction. Yeah. It's doing like from here to here to here all the time. Of course, It's going to weigh more. You have more fluid. Like, depending on your size and everything else, I mean, your weight can fluctuate 5 pounds throughout the month. Now, does that mean that you're not losing weight? No. Does that mean that you're not being healthy? No. That is a normal weight fluctuation, but it's mostly based on fluid. This is where women get totally led astray. So, key things to keep in mind. Take the correct measurements of yourself. If you're going to weigh yourself and compare it to, so if you weigh yourself on day 14, compare it to last month, day 14, to really track your progress. If you are not measuring your inches, you're missing out on where you're finding the biggest gain at first, because the scale is not going to change right away. It's just, if it does, that can be water weight, right? You know, if you do a fasting day or something, you can lose a few pounds in a day, but that doesn't mean it's actual fat mass. Big difference there. This is where you're going to see, it's the inches. This is the bigger thing to keep track of, to see where your progress is. Inches. And measuring inches, you can measure your neck, you can measure your arms, you can measure your chest, right? Your bust, your chest, your ribs, your waist, hips, thighs, calves. All of it. Because different places will gain and lose inches based on hormones. And for women, it's often top down. All women know this too. This is another big difference for women. We lose inches first. Where do we lose inches first? Yeah, usually it's the girls, right? Mm-hmm. Every gal knows this. You start going on a weight loss plan, and within a couple of weeks, you're like, ooh, I need a smaller bra. Ooh, what? It's working. It's working. Yes. That is exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for you to shrink and for it to go top down. Now, again, is that super frustrating that you have to buy a smaller bra, but the scale didn't change that much? Yes, that is super frustrating. I totally get it. But it is a successful pattern. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind it's a successful pattern, absolutely. Now, my mission is to educate women more on your hormones, your health, whole food nutrition, exercise, mindset, things that really align with your body physiology, so you understand where you're at, what to expect from yourself, and how to make steps forward for you. So I have a ton of resources available. Aside from doing these online videos, I have them on social media. I have a YouTube channel, which is Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that so you stay updated on all the latest and greatest videos out there, learning more about this stuff. And that way you can get in contact with it. I have a podcast called The Female Health Solution. It is on all things women's health. So if you're wondering about some random thing, or if you're like, I wonder if she's done a podcast on that, I probably have. And if you don't see it, send me a message so I can do a podcast on it. But it's really geared towards a wider scope of women's health. My podcast, there's a lot of amazing things happening right now. So again, subscribing to it, that way you stay up to date on all of it, because I've got some really cool stuff that's in the works. And I can't say anything about some of it yet, but just know that it's really exciting and it's coming out in the next few months. And then I also have online resources for you in the form of books. The Female Fat Solution is on Amazon, and the Female Menopause Solution is on Amazon. These are there for you as well to deep dive more, right? To really, get things laid out for you more. Again, I have these resources for you so that, and a lot of it is just a free resource. A lot of it is out there for free so that you can start to make this process on your own, because there's a lot of information out there. It can be overwhelming, and especially when your body is totally different than a male body. Most of the information out there, 99.9% of the information out there is information that is geared for men to be successful, not for women. So if you're reading information, if you're following an article, if you're following a plan, I don't want to say it's a bad plan, but if it's not meant for a female, and if it's not addressing your hormonal differences throughout the month, then you're following something that's not made for your body and not made for you to be the most successful that you can be. So that's why I put out so much information for women to just get started, try it, start working with your system differently, start realizing where you're at and what your body needs. And then my goal is that you start to notice and feel these changes to keep moving in that direction. All right, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please let me know if you want me to cover something. If you have questions on some of these things, or you're like, oh my gosh, this happened to my friend, is this normal or something, please don't hesitate. I get questions from women literally all over the world. Right now in the 12-week challenge that I have women from all over the planet that are doing this 12-week challenge, and it is so much fun because I get to work with women all over the place. But the other thing that it constantly reminds me of is that we're not alone in this battle. We are not. I mean, I live in Minnesota, and, you know, sometimes I think about, oh, just the women in Minnesota, or the women in the Twin Cities, or the, you know, women in the U.S. It's not just us. It is literally everybody. We're all struggling with the same thing because it's not made for us. I'm going to start sweating. I'm going to get worked up. I got to calm down. Okay. So anyway, please, if you do have questions, or if you find this helpful, please share it. My mission is really to educate women on the most effective information so that you can start making these changes for the better for you. All right, that's what I got for you tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys later.